Hello and welcome to this top 4 game with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
Hello. And you are on screen playing your Greyjoy Crossing deck.
Yay.
Against the, what year was Ryan UK national champ? Was it 2016?
Oh, wow. Yeah, 2016 national champion.
Yep, Ryan Wood playing Start Sea of Blood.
Yeah, he was playing Start Fealty that year, I think.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, with a 48 character deck.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Isn't that when you double intimidated somebody?
Maybe.
So, we have our setups. So Ryan has opened with Winterfell, a Northern Armoury, a Carden Shadows, which is probably Mirror, and the Hartree Grove. On your side, you've got Mirror, Iron, an Iron Mines, a Refurbished Hulk, and a boat I can't remember the name of.
Maiden Bane.
That one.
Yeah, I'm Mines, Refurbished Hulk, and Maiden Bane with Mew. And Ryan has Carden Shadows, Hartree Grove, Northern Armoury, and Winterfell.
Thank you for repeating what I said.
Right. Can't beat a nice bit of doubling down.
That just sounds really dodgy. Talking of doubling down, though, we've got an at the gates double.
Indeed.
At least there's no Rickon on the board, eh?
Yep, no Rickon. I'm first player.
Ah, you get choice because of the Refurbished Hulk, right?
Correct.
Ah, that worked out alright for you then. So, just as a heads up for anybody who is coming into the series and is like, what the heck, I can find top 16 but I can't find top 8. The reason that we don't have either of the top 8 games was because Richard was left in charge of recording those.
Well, I was kind of busy playing games in top 8 in a highly stressful environment.
I mean, this is fine as an excuse if it wasn't for the fact that I also play in tournaments but manage to record the games as well.
You don't make top 8.
Hey, I made top 8 last year.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, screw you.
Ryan gets gates to the moon.
He does.
So he's got plenty of economy on the board now.
And you don't.
No, I get the Great Hall.
You do.
Because I am not a gentleman.
And you don't have any gates to the moon on your deck, right?
Correct.
Although I can confirm you're a gentleman.
Okay, shall we draw?
Yeah, such a charm.
Looks like you've joined up into the One True Queen there.
Yeah.
Are you a happy bunny?
That's exciting.
And your first player. So, put some gold. So I'm wondering what you're going to marshal. You've got 6 gold plus a Great Hall. I guess... Oh, and a Sea Tower, okay. So you've got, like, what, 9 economies worth? So you can get out a big and a little, if you wanted.
Yeah, so my concern is if I marshal Alanis, I can't stop a Sea of Blood trigger.
Okay.
And I suspect Ryan could have Mirror.
Yeah.
So he might have the military stealth anyway. So at least if I get Victarion out, I've got a duplicate for him.
Yeah. Seems like a good shout.
So Alanis could just be, you know, we could put the Iron Mine to the torch, put Alanis to the sword, and then it could be Mew for claim and game over. I don't have that many characters in hand. I have got a lot of locations in hand, as I think we saw after I drew up.
I was going to say, why didn't you play it under the Chud? But I guess if you were short on Chuds, it's good to get your economy out with at least.
Yeah, when you play 25 locations, chances are you're going to draw them. Yeah, plenty of economies on the board, so you know that's a Sea Tower, 2 Hulks, and a Great Hall for next turn.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens in this one. There is a chance, of course, that Ryan plays Ramsay Skagoth, which is also always a fear.
Yeah. Well, we've knelt the Windfell Steward to play out Ramsay.
Yep.
So that gets rid of your Moonmere.
Indeed.
And losing the Windfell Steward there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's the Skagoths.
Uh-oh.
And now I cannot
To dupe save?
Not from sacrifice.
Ah.
So that's fine, because Ryan's not going to have a board either.
Well, he could bring Mirror out of shadows.
He could.
And get through an intrigue.
He could. Not devastating, but, you know, a bit annoying. Fine.
Yeah. I guess you don't have the Vince.
I do not have the Vince.
That's sad.
Can't rely on having Vince all the time. It's nice to have, and you can win your games, because if that gets cancelled, well, I guess Victorian kills Ramsay.
Yeah.
Unless Mirror comes out.
Yeah, more likely than
which he
Mirror
almost
come out,
certainly
right?
would.
So, you basically both just pass, and Ryan has 1 gold, so he takes Dom.
Yeah, so that says to me, I don't know, does he really have Mirror?
True.
I know he. That's when I start thinking maybe that's a Bolton player.
Okay, yeah, I guess it could be.
Because
Do you know if he runs them?
I'm pretty sure in a Starkseer Blood you would probably run Bolton player. I mean, I would.
Yeah, I guess so. There are quite a lot of low cost.
You can put to the sword the bigs, you can Bolton flare the smalls, and then you just kill them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't run too many chuds, but you can kind of work around them. Because Bolton flare comes from shadows, you can bring it out at a good time for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, although both boards have been wiped.
Both of our location bases seem strong.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a feel on who's got the better handle on the board, to be honest.
At this stage, it's just card in hand. Because I would imagine both the location bases are quite similar. So, yeah, it depends on the plot that's played, whether one can counter the other, and who has better cards. Now, like I say, I do know I have quite a few locations, not too many characters.
Yeah.
I do have a Lannis in hand, as we saw.
Okay, so City Besieged. Is that to stop any more Ramsay Skagos?
I'm pretty sure there's going to be not any more Ramsay Skagos, because...
Yeah, so scene 2.
Yeah, even if he gets a Ramsay, he can't Skagos it because there's no more in the deck.
Unless he's got an Isle of Ravens.
Unless he's got an Isle of Ravens. So let's just turn off Winterfell. Let's turn off Skagos. Let's not worry about that this round. I could have knelt the Northern Armoury, but at this stage I wasn't too bothered. I do run Lord Sport Shipwright in the deck, and of course Victorian could turn it off if it was on the board. But
the odds of you finding your third Victorian are quite low, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Depends how much draw you get.
I'm going to get quite a lot of gold. I'm going to get 5 gold, plus I've got Sea Tower and the Great Hall.
Yeah.
So that kind of...
Oh yeah, because this is a 2-claim plot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So that puts pressure on Ryan, because he needs to get a big enough board to defend the military challenge that might come his way. I get to go first. That's my choice. So Ryan does get to react to whatever I do, which is nice for him, I guess.
Yeah.
It's better for him.
So 5 gold, Sea Tower and Great Hall. So that's potential 8 gold. I mean, I don't know how much you're going to get out for 8 gold. Especially if you're short of characters anyway and you don't have much choice in your combinations.
All I need is Euron, bring him silent, react with eager deck hands.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
And I've got a board. And Euron going first as well with Maiden Bane means he kind of needs to defend.
I feel like because you're saying this, you don't have it.
I can't really recall.
So you're going for a Lannis.
Why didn't I trigger the Great Hall?
I don't know. Why didn't you trigger the Great Hall?
I don't know.
How much does a Lannis cost?
5.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna... It's not like you can afford a 6-coster to use it for the 2-cost reduction.
I kind of feel like I've forgotten Great Hall there.
Silly sausage.
Iron Gate, trigger Alanis.
Mm.
And I think it's because it's on the right hand side.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, normally I keep my economy on the left and the warship's on the right. And so instinctively I've looked to my left and I can't see any more economy.
Are you numpty?
So that could well be it. That's a bit silly. Could have saved a gold, threatened We Do Not Sow, or anything else really. Yeah, can you see I don't have a lot of characters in hand.
Yeah, a little bit risky putting Alanis out on her own. I know she's got a dupe, but it only takes one put to the torch to blow up the iron mines.
Yep, and then the dupe saves from claim?
No, because he'd blow up the iron mines to put to the torch, and then put to the sword Alanis, and then Alanis for claim.
Right, so he's got to have one of them in hand then.
Yeah. Which isn't entirely unlikely.
No. But I don't think that's too bad.
What if Alanis dies?
Nah, it's fine. I've got draw now on the board with Iron Gate. That can trigger when I like.
Well, Brian can get the Sea of Blood off if he wants to, because he's got Arya and Summer.
Yep.
So I feel like you're going to lose Alanis.
Winterfell's got a big strength bump. I might not lose Alanis because I think Ryan doesn't run that many put to the torch and put to the swords.
Okay.
I know he runs 3 no surprises.
Okay.
To shut down shadows and shut down me playing events like Rhythm from the Sea.
Mm. But the only thing with no surprises is you can't play it during a challenge that isn't a military challenge, right?
Correct. Normally you just play it at the start of the phase.
Mm. Well, he's got 2 gold. So we could bring a mirror out of shadows if he wanted to.
Yes, he could.
Or a bolt and flare if there is one in there. That'd be a bad idea because it would just hit his own.
Yeah, the one thing that I've still got going for me at the moment is maybe the first snow of winter. Because Ryan's board, he doesn't have any high cost characters. So I'm going to throw an intrigue at him because I can win it and with 2 claim. Power's irrelevant, he's only got 1. No point in doing my 2 claim on that. So I might as well throw the intrigue at him.
And you might be able to restand her if it's unopposed.
Yep, maybe true.
And Winterfell's now, so you can't stop you from restanding her, so that's good. So you get that unopposed, which means that you can react with Maiden's Bane to restand her. Then you take your unopposed power. Claim, you get a
Wyman and Alisane.
Yep. Excuse me. Jeff caked down the wrong pipe there.
That feels good to get rid of a Wyman from his hand. Because that's going to enable his card draw a bit of action advantage with the standing. And to a point, enable his bolt and flare if I get chuds. Because you can sack the little one, stand the Wyman, and then bring the flare out.
Yeah, that's true actually.
So, feels good.
It's always good to get rid of the restricted card, right?
Yeah. My restricted card's already on the board.
Ah, Iron Mines.
Iron Mine, not Raider from Pike.
Although with the new restricted list, your deck's now legal, right?
Correct.
Sad times.
Nah, it's fine. Iron Mines are okay, but, you know, they can just be something else. Because I'm definitely keeping Drown God Fanatic.
Yeah, you can just have Rhythm from the Seas, can't you? So
yes.
they help with the claim. Or make sure you've got more dupes of characters in there.
Ryan triggering the Sea of Blood.
He is.
So let's see what you're going to do. You're going to torch the Iron Mine.
Yeah. And so that's his reaction there. Triggering the Sea of Blood is the first reaction, and then the second reaction using the put to the torch to blow up the iron mines. Looks like he doesn't have any other events in hand though. going to carry on shuffling for a bit. But he's missed his unopposed. So you've taken Alliance for
He's
claim.
still shuffling. Yeah, I don't normally cut like that, but Ryan always cuts like that, so you can take a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, so he's forgotten his unopposed here, which is obligatory to takes, but never mind. He then uses the Northern Armory to restand Arya and goes in with a power challenge, stealthing Alanis, so that's unopposed and claim. And then he could bring Mirror Out Shadows here. He would get the unopposed intrigue if he wanted.
Yeah, he's got an extra card in Shadowed now. So surely one of them, the mirror. There's the mirror. So
Yeah.
interestingly, that's not the first card he put into Shadowed. That's the second card.
Oh, okay. So maybe it is a Bolton Flare and
Could be. Could be the bastard's letter.
So
He took another one mine from my hand.
So an intrigue, but he didn't take the unopposed. You've taken Dom, and then Ryan just realising that he forgot his unopposed and asking you if he can take it.
I'm like, yeah, it's mandatory. Yeah, it might be because I took claim and then while he was still shuffling and then he forgot about it. See how I'm ordering my economy and my warship?
Oh yeah.
And I realised I've forgotten the Great Hall and I put it economy side.
I never realised that you did that before.
So, 1-4 down. My board looking bad compared to Ryan's.
Yeah.
But like I say, I'm not too concerned at the moment. I've got options. First Snow of Winter is probably the one that make me think, you know what, it's not so bad as long as I can get some characters out.
You know what? I was sitting behind you during this game, and I was like practically shitting myself watching this. I was looking at your board, and because I wasn't like properly watching, so I was too nervous to watch your game. And I was looking at your board and then looking at Ryan's board, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like bouncing up and down in my seat. I was so nervous for you. But yeah, your board state at this point was a concern to me. So Ryan there playing Return to the Fields into your first snow, triggering his plot to discard Summer, and another one, I can't remember which one it was. Steward. That was it. And as a reaction to those being sacrificed, Mira was able to go back into Shadows, leaving Ara on the board. So she will lose her dupe to First Snow, but if Ryan wants to, he can Skagos her to get her back in with her reaction, letting her get the dupe. So he's not too worried, but he has still lost significant characters from the board, and certainly sort of balances out the board side a bit here.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's important to touch on what you said earlier about worried about my board state compared to Ryan's board state. But then I can afford to be patient. You know, I'm quite a patient player really, and Ryan's only on 4 power. He's not going to instantly win the game this round. So, and with 2 resets in the deck, with First Snow of Winter and Valar Morghulis, you know, I've got an option. If he plays out loads of chuds, I can, you know, wipe a lot of those chuds off the board.
Yeah.
And put some characters down myself with my good econ base. And if he has a lot of unprotected thing, and I have saved, then Valar Morghulis, you can leverage that. So you can be patient. You know, don't panic just because you go behind. It happens a lot on the Iron Throne when you play online. People panic when they go behind. They think they've lost a game.
And they quit early, don't they?
They can quit.
Ooh, that's good. Bally, bally, ballon.
Don't do that. That was bad.
But you can steal stuff.
I can steal stuff.
Who's in there?
Wyman.
Oh,
Ramsey.
yeah! Ooh, cool. Oh, Ramsey is quite a good shout. why he got so much gold. He's got 2 from second characters.
Yep.
2 from the Great Hall.
Yep. Great Hall, Gates of the Moon.
Sorry, yeah, Gates of the Moon.
Yeah, he gets
2 from the plot itself.
7 gold, which is there, and then 2 from the plot.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I mean, this is
okay.
Simple math.
Yeah, I'm not good at math.
Yeah, so I could have maybe triggered Ramsay in the marshalling phase to get rid of Arya and Ramsay.
No, wait, I'm sure I've got this muddled up. Isn't the plot 2 gold?
No, it's 4 gold.
Oh, it's a 4 gold plot. Oh, okay, that's why I was getting confused. I thought it was a 2 gold plot. I was getting really confused then.
Yep, it's definitely 4 gold. It'd be bad if it was 2 gold. You have to get rid of most of your board and only get 2 gold for it. So yeah, trigger Ramsay just to get rid of Arya.
Or do you?
Or do I? Because he can Skagos Arya and then bring her back with a duplicate. So he can take her for claim, because at the moment he don't have any claim soak apart from what he brings out of shadows.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine he wants to kill Mira.
No, but if he's got a Bolton Flayer in there... I don't know, I feel like if he sacrifices Arya, he gets to draw a card from Wyman as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can draw.
But I guess he really wants that stealth. But then Mira's got stealth.
2 characters with stealth is better than 1. I think maybe he's just worried about the turn of events where more things die on the board than he can manage.
Yeah. But the other thing as well, though, is because he put Wyman in the discard and you've got Balon and there was a Wyman already in there, you couldn't have taken that other Wyman before because he played him out, but now you can take him, right?
Sure.
Okay, so he's using Skagos on Arya here. Oh, I'm sure I just saw kill Arya in there then.
Yeah, he run 2 core, 1 Valaya.
And did spot a couple of Isle of Ravens as well, I think, so he's probably hoping to find one of them soon. Especially with your Balon on the board.
Yeah, that'd be good for him.
And then reaction there. Okay, so we've got Arya with a dupe, so at least he's got a little bit of claim soak if he needs it. He's got 4 gold remaining. And 2 cards in shadows. Who we suspect, well, we know one is Mira, and then possibly a Bolton Flayer for the other one. You're going in with an intrigue using Alanis. If this goes through unopposed, then you'll get to restand her using Maiden's Bane.
Yeah, I could. Or I could restand Balon if I get that unopposed, but that's unlikely.
Yeah, it's less likely, isn't it?
Although Ryan might want to push through a military challenge of his own.
Yeah, you can just use the potential mirror. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, realised he can't do it. So he tried to play No Surprises, but because of Sea of Blood, you can't play events during any challenge apart from a military challenge. He could have played it outside the challenge. Yeah, during a challenge you can't play it unless it's military. So that is going through unopposed then. You react with Maiden's Bane to restand Alanis.
So instead of taking an action, you went back and reacted with Winterfell.
Yeah.
But I do have a winter plot.
Yeah, I think he was probably a bit flummoxed.
No, I think he was just trying to...
trick you.
Yeah. Definitely. He was doing that to try and throw me off.
To be fair, like, I do that too. Especially, like, it's Bill Bone. Yeah, so sometimes, like, even if my opponent's got a winter plot, I'd be like, I'm just going to kneel Winterfell anyway. And, you know, if they're not paying too much attention, they might just not realise. But I think against someone like you, you're generally pretty good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when he did it, I was thinking in my mind, you sly dog. That isn't a mistake, Ryan. I know what you're doing. So build bone is important now because I've got claim soak now on the board for Ryan's military.
And to stop Sea of Blood.
Yep, it stops Sea of Blood.
Woo! Now we can play No Surprises. But he doesn't pay for it.
Of course he doesn't. He got a blood token and it's a military challenge.
Ah! I was wondering about that.
So doesn't need to pay for it.
That makes sense. Do you remember what was in his hand?
Only one thing.
What was that?
Put to the sword.
No pressure.
Well, basically, Ryan's going to trigger put to the sword. If you want to.
Not a lot you can do about it.
Because he'll jump Mirror out. Stealth with Mirror and Arya with Winterfell. That's 5 strength. Stealth Balon. I cannot do anything about put to the sword.
But Arya no longer has a military icon.
It's true.
And this is your crossing challenge. So a power challenge with Alanis. You've got 2 boosty boats, so
if that other character was the Bolton Flare, maybe he could have bent the 2 gold, brought out the Bolton Flare, opposed the military challenge, and won it. And then he could, instead of doing a military challenge, probably just use the Flare on old Bill Bone and use the Flare with Intrigue challenge against me.
Yeah.
I think that might have been better if it's the Flare, but like I say, we don't know.
But we suspect.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to use a Mirror. No, it is the Flare. So he can still trigger Sea of Blood.
Yeah.
Well, he could trigger Sea of Blood, but because the agenda's no, he's not actually going to get the search or anything. He's not going to get the token.
No, he's not going to get a search or the token, but he still can win by 5 and put to the sword. So the military stealthing Balon there.
Yeah, I think here's a key point in the game. Because Ryan, he goes to trigger Sea of Blood and he's like, oh yeah, it's no. And the blood token obviously reduces his event. He can afford to play put to the sword, but he says and claim. So he forgets to play the put to the sword on Balon, which is big.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a mistake there.
And he forgets he's unopposed as well.
So he's got a power. Yeah.
He's taken his missed unopposed now.
Yeah, and you're like, why have you just taken 3 power? So yeah, so he missed his unopposed from the military. I guess because, as you say, he was a bit like, oh no, my Sea of Blood is melt, and then forgot his thing and whatever. So yeah, he takes the unopposed during that power challenge there. But you get confused and forget to take your Dom power.
Yay!
So I think you're both missing a power each now, because Ryan missed an unopposed from earlier and you've missed a Dom power now. So you both should have one more than what you've got. Although Balon should currently be dead. Really.
Balon could indeed be dead. Yeah, I think that's probably a big play in this game, that Ryan doesn't take that opportunity right then to put to the sword the standing Balon.
Did you have Arisen in hand?
Maybe.
I bet you played No Surprises, didn't he?
He had.
So you wouldn't be able to play any events, is that right?
Correct. So, yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
That leaves me with just Alanis on the board to his Bolton Flare and Arya, which isn't insurmountable. It's relatively even, I'd say.
Yeah. Just worth noting there, for anyone that missed it, the Bolton Flare's forced reaction meant that Mira died, as she was the lowest cost character on the board. And we have our plots. So forced march into We Take Westeros.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get an Iron Mine back. I might get the Iron Gate back, but either way I'll trigger Alanis, which is cool. So I've gone for the Gate for an extra economy.
I'm interested that you went for the gates rather than the mines, considering against a Sea of Blood deck.
I figure he could just torch it. and then play the put to the sword that's in his hand, so it's not going to make a difference?
Yeah, I guess so. No more Billbone to nil the faction card.
No. So Balon knelt, but the fact Balon is alive will allow me to take maybe Wyman this round.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been drawing at least 3 cards around.
Oh yeah, because of Alanis.
Because of Alanis. I'm going to draw another one. That's the 4th card this round that I've drawn.
This round?
Yes. Iron Gate, trigger
Oh,
Alanis,
right,
draw
yeah.
2 cards, and then Alanis again. So I've drawn 4 cards this round.
Yeah.
So I've got a good hand of cards. I've drawn a dupe for Balon,
That's good.
which is nice. I've drawn a dupe for Alanis, which is also nice. That puts me in a position where possibly Valar Morghulis is an option. I kneel loads more stuff, and I play Euron. Sad. I've got silence in hand.
Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
But the good thing about that is it might give me an Alanis trigger in the challenge phase. So that's probably why I took the Iron Gate, because if I don't have boats, I can sack the Iron Gate, draw 2 cards, maybe get a boat.
Windermere, I think.
Windermere, power challenge still.
You've got a card in Shadows. What's that going to be?
Got loads.
Oh, you do have quite a few actually, don't you? Billbone, Night Flyer.
Night Flyer, Hagen's Daughter,
Yeah.
a pinch of powder.
Huh. Do you remember what it is?
No.
Me neither. So some are coming into play there, allowing Mirror to come out of the dead pile and straight back into Shadows. Can't believe you just had 6 Jaffa cakes. I think that's a dupe on Winterfell there.
Ryan seems to be struggling.
He's not finding any bigs, is he?
No. I don't know if he runs many. I imagine he runs Greyjoy, and probably 3-0.
Interesting. I don't see very many Shaggy Dog nowadays. They're just better cards, aren't they?
Oh, when you're in Sea of Blood and you need military icon, 2 cost 1, that's 3 strength, 4 strength with Winterfell out, it's pretty good.
Okay, so
My first action is to trigger the Balon.
ooh.
So I'm probably going to
Wyman.
get Wyman. Because Ryan can get Sea of Blood off probably if he wants.
Yeah.
So I might as well let him kill his own Wyman. Is my thoughts on that.
I mean, I can go with that.
The danger for me is if he Skagos' Arya into Valarya,
Which
which
feels
means
like
he
something
can then
could
play that
do.
put to the sword on the dupe Balon
Yeah.
or dupe to Alanis. Now let's be honest, Alanis is drawing me lots of cards.
But Balon looks like the bigger threat, doesn't he?
Balon is a threat because he's just going to take characters from Ryan's own discard pile.
Yeah.
And having your own characters being taken, it's kind of really tilting. I hate it.
There's nothing worse than like having your best character used against you. You're just like, why? Why, man? Why, man?
Wyman, I see what you did.
Wyman.
Yeah, clever.
You're going to use why, man?
Might do.
Hehe.
The other thing is I haven't seen a Vince,
Yeah.
which means I can't counter one of his abilities and then jump it into play to kill Wyman and have a Vince on the board.
Because you've had a lot of cards. You've drawn a lot. And you've used your Iron Gates again.
Maybe I do have a Vince and just haven't felt like it's been worth using. Because as long as I can defend intrigue challenges, which
You can.
I can, then I can keep it in hand. I've saved so much gold as well.
Maybe you just had nothing that you wanted to play.
Well, I have played Euron and Windermere and a card in the Shadows.
That's true. But then you do have 2 Sea Towers and 2 Great Halls and 2 extra gold on the board and a gold from Ryan because of the gates. So not much, no.
So going in for a military challenge with the blank Euron.
Mm-hmm. So Ryan could win by 5 on defence if he wanted.
He could.
But that's not as fun.
Not as fun. You're correct.
So probably chub blocking here to stop you from using Maiden's Vein.
Yeah, so a lot of the threat from my deck often comes from the backboard. Because every challenge I do, Ryan's mathing the +4 strength from the Iron Fleet Scouts. He's mathing if it's unopposed, Maiden's Bane will stand you on and stand itself again. So that threat is again in the next challenge.
So what are you hoping to achieve with this military? Are you just trying to get him to kneel out some of his cards? Are you wanting him to kneel enough that he can't get the blood trigger going? Like,
well, I figure I'm only going to kill one character, so Bottom Flare is not going to murder my he's going to murder my Wendermere if he wants to anyway. But I might as well do that, and I've got a crossing challenge to think of.
Yeah, that's true. So Ryan does use Winterfell, so that you can't trigger anything from the unopposed. But you can just restand Euron anyway. So you put a boat into play to restand Euron, and a reaction to a boat coming into play, Alanis gets to draw a card.
That's the 5th card this round that I've drawn.
That's really good.
No, it's the 7th, because I triggered an Iron Gate.
Oh yeah. I'd just like to ask a quick question on timings and reaction windows, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So, with putting the boat into play,
yeah.
Does Alanis react to the boat coming into play before Euron restands? Or is it part of a window nest?
Neither. You complete the full effect on the silent. So the full effect on the silence is, because it's all an effect, you kneel the silence too.
Okay.
So that's the cost. Then the effect is put a boat into play, then stand Euron. So you complete the full effect.
Yeah.
And then you trigger Alanis.
Okay, and then you're reacting to the boat coming into play. Okay.
If it was kneel silence and put a boat into play to stand Euron Crow's Eye, then Alanis would react to the first bit, the cost.
Right.
Kneel the silence and put a boat into play. And then you complete the effect after Alanis to stand Euron. But it's not worded like that.
Okay.
So you complete the full effect and then Alanis triggers afterward.
So because it's then, you have to complete the whole thing instead of if it's 2, when it would be almost like 2 separate things. So you react to the first thing before the second thing happens, yeah?
Yeah, so you complete the full effect.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I've drawn 7 cards this round.
You're so
and
proud
I've got
of
a
this.
feeling, because I'm going to lead on.
Oh, so go on.
And I've got a feeling I'm going to draw an 8th at some point if Wyman can restand.
Oh dear.
I am proud of this actually.
You're so happy about the amount of cards
I've drawn
that you draw over
8 cards in Greyjoy. Greyjoy. Oh, also another Shadows card is mine with Meek.
That one that's in shadows now?
I don't know, that could be that, but that's another Shadow card I won.
Oh dear. You're going to draw like 11 cards this rate.
8 cards in Greyjoy.
Yeah, well done.
Well, 7 cards.
7 cards. Unless someone dies and then Wyman stands and draws a card, right?
I'd probably kill Wyman, wouldn't I?
Not if they're put to the sworded.
That's true. He's going to put to the sword someone and then I'll stand Wyman and then kill Wyman.
Okay. Ryan is really deliberating what he wants to do here. But he's going to go with Arya. So the only Arya he has left is the kill Arya. Valaria. Sounds like Valyria.
Yes. That's a bit scary, but kind of good.
Is it? You've got dupes.
Kind of good, because now he doesn't have any power icons, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, that's true.
That means I'm going to win the power race quicker. It's 6-6 at the moment, but he's got no power icon. I've got loads of power icons. This is good for me.
Is it though? Because he's just going to kill everything.
No, you're going to kill one thing. Oh look, rhymes with Meek. So now I've drawn 10 cards.
Oh my god. How, you don't even have room in your hand for 10 cards.
I've been playing them out as well.
Not all of them.
I played Euron, Silence, Windermere, Balon dupe, Alanis dupe.
Oh, right. Maybe you did.
Rhymes with Meek. Refurbished Hulk.
Yeah, this is crazy.
That is super tempo.
Wow, you've jumped ahead there. It was a good crossing turn for you.
Yeah, it was.
So we've got the military then. Stealthing you on. So Ryan's going to be able to actually get the sea blood sugar off here. And with Valaria on the board, stuff's going to die.
Yeah, man, that's the thing.
Okay.
They triggered the Sea of Blood.
He's getting his unopposed power there. Ready on the corner.
He made sure not to put it into place. Because maybe he's aware that he'd been forgetting it.
He has missed it several times, to be fair.
And yeah, he's taken it afterwards, hasn't he? So I assume, yeah, he's going to torch the silence.
Yeah, seems like a good shout.
And he's going to sword Balon. I can't save.
Poor Balon.
But
Wyman.
Trigger Wyman. Draw card number 11. That's bonkers.
How have you not got a Vince yet? You must have a Vince by now.
Maybe.
11 cards. That's like more than a sixth of your deck.
It's not. Oh yeah, it's more than a sixth. I was thinking a fifth. It's almost a fifth of my deck. So yeah, and Wyman died to claim. Lovely. Make my board a little bit smaller. But like I say, I'm not too bothered because I can probably go first next round and I've got power icons and Ryan doesn't.
True. Although you should be on 11 power now, if you'd remembered your Dom.
Doesn't matter really. Ryan doesn't have that many cards in hand either. He hasn't been drawing cards as well as me.
No, he's not drawn 11 cards in one round, Richard.
Ryan did say in his tournament report afterwards that, in retrospect, he could maybe have put Alanis to the sword instead of Balon. Which is kind of
funny.
A testament to how good she is.
Yeah. Yeah, considering 11 cards in one turn might have been a better shout. But he's still going to try and screw you over there. So we've got a Valador Hydas into Nothing Burns Like the Cold. So Ryan, I mean, he's not going to get rid of Winterfell. So realistically, it's Skagos or Northern Armoury. Northern Armoury has been used, so it feels like a good shout to get rid of that. And he's got the gold with the Gates of the Moon and the 2 Hearttree Groves. On your side, though, have you got rid of yours yet?
We're triggering Valador Hydas.
Okay.
So I'll get rid of Euron. Yeah, because Alanis is drawing me cards.
And quite bizarrely, Ryan gets rid of Skagos here. I do find that very odd.
Maybe he needs a gold.
Maybe. But he's still got like 4 gold from his plot, 2 from Gates, 2 Hearttree Groves.
What Skagos trick does he have left?
Getting Mira back into shadows so that he can bring her out and blank things.
Maybe he can do that anyway.
Maybe.
I do think that's a valid point. Maybe if he had his Isle of Raven, I'm pretty sure he would have kept Skagos. Oh, I see a chud.
You got a chud.
Amazing. And I'm nearly all of my economies.
What have we found? Everything's knelt.
I've knelt 7 worth. So Victorian is back. I've seen the 3rd one.
Woo!
Having drawn probably half of my deck.
Probably. It seems good.
It's very good because Mira is on the board.
Yeah.
So that means...
she can't blank him.
Exactly.
Ooh, what's that?
Little Theon.
Theon! Ooh, he'll be good to get unopposed.
Well, not really. Power Challenge I can get unopposed because he doesn't have any power icon. And Mira is less strength than Theon.
Not if you put Theon in the first challenge because he'll be 1 strength and Winterfell puts them all up to 2.
Bargain.
Yeah, so Ryan doesn't actually have anything that's 1 strength.
He's got power icon now though.
He does.
And he got a dupe on Mira.
Okay.
For the claim soak.
It's a bit sad that you had to lose your refurbished Hulk with the Nothing Burns.
I don't think it that impactful.
And when you got Victarion out, more options.
True, it is true, but sometimes that's the way it is.
Yeah, you got boosty boats, right?
Yeah, I don't need that many Victorian triggers.
I'm really surprised you did the power here. I thought you would have done the military.
Yeah, I think I'm making a mistake here. I think I should have possibly stood Theon, but I don't think it matters too much. Like you say, should have done a military first, power second. That's 2 unopposed challenges with Maiden, Bane and Theon.
So an intrigue with Alanis.
And then the intrigue would have won me the game. But, you know, I think I also make a mistake toward the end of this round too.
You do.
So,
but we can discuss that as you get to it.
Yeah.
So the intrigue then isn't unopposed. But you still get your claim. Which is to put to the sword. Is that all 3 of them now?
I think he only runs 2.
Yeah. And finally, military with Victarion and using a boat to stand him. That's a bit risky because can't he win the military if he wants to?
Well, 9 strength and I've got boosty boats, so I can get to 13.
Yeah, of course. So just defending with Shaggy Dog. So it's not unopposed, but you do get your crossing power. And you've given renown to Victarion. So if you'd done what we said in the beginning...
Yep.
But then saying that, Victarion wouldn't have had the renown, so it would have been the same.
What?
If you'd used Theon for the military first and got it unopposed, and then for the power to get unopposed, it wouldn't have made any difference because the unopposed power from the military wouldn't have been on Victarion's renown. That makes sense?
Sure.
I feel like you're convinced, but okay.
Well, I just don't remember what power Ryan was on, so I can't really comment.
That's cool. That's fine. So Ryan needs to be careful here because if you can win the challenge on defense, then you can just get renown on Victarion and win. So he really needs to use their stealth here, I think, to make sure Victarion doesn't participate. Yeah. So military stealth and Victarion.
So he takes
Oh.
Sea of Blood. I think he's only got a notified his left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan's deck is basically a tool to generally find no surprises, shuffle it back, no surprises every round. Just to stop all of the opponent trick and shenanigan.
So intimidate on Victarion there. And
so probably should have stood Victarion here.
Yep.
To win Dom-like.
Yep. Which I think is what everybody watching was thinking too.
Whoops.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yep.
But I think I've probably won the game anyway.
Probably. But
so yeah.
You should have stood Victarion.
I'll let you lecture me when you reach the top 4.
Cheeky shitbag.
Well then.
You should respect your regents.
So Ryan played you win or you die. I'm sorry, did someone say something?
Yeah, your queen.
Ryan played you win or you die, but I win initiative still with forced march.
Yep. So Arya kneeling there. And to be honest, there's nothing you really want to kneel.
Nah, I wouldn't
and you're
bother.
quite happy not to worry about it because you just do a challenge with Theon and win, right?
Yeah.
Unless he wards him. But then you just do a power challenge with Victarion.
If he wards him, then I win. Because Ryan's got an illegal debt for playing Wyman and Ward.
Oh, yeah. Touche.
Indeed. So, Balon Solar.
I feel like that's a little bit delayed.
A little bit what?
Delayed.
What is? Oh, what? Drawing it?
Yeah.
I can't control that, I'm afraid.
But it gets you a card draw at least from Alanis. And another Iron Islands, I think that is.
Iron Gate.
Iron Gate, sorry.
So many cards.
So many locations.
So many cards.
I'm glad you're not one of these people, though, that just has one row of locations and just goes off the ends of the map.
That's dumb. Great Kraken. Card and Shadow. Pretty sure that's Pinch.
Your board looks really ridiculous, but the majority of it is your locations, not your character.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 13 locations on the board.
Bloody hell, Richard.
That's half my location base. Only half.
Only. So, a Rick on there. It's going to do a lot. Oh, actually, it might do a lot. Is Shaggy Dog on the board still?
Nope.
Ah.
Okay.
Not quite as fun then. A dupe for the Great John. And playing out an old gate.
I'm going to trigger it for more cards just because I can say I drew cards.
Just because you like saying, I drew so many cards.
But game over.
Yep. You just do a power challenge and win, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So,
congratulations on the win, Richard.
Thank you.
And thanks always to all our patrons. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/the White Walkers. And we've got another top 4 game coming up for you as soon as we can.
Yay.
So thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, bye guys.
See you next time. Bye.